Thank you, Brittany. Right now on WPRI.com and the WPRI 12 News app, our 12 on 12 digital original, The Mafia Tapes.
Today marks the 30th anniversary of the secret FBI recording that captured a mafia induction ceremony. The tapes were used in many criminal cases that crippled organized crime in the region and nationally because investigators were finally able to prove the existence of La Cosa Nostra. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the new details on how the FBI managed to pull off that legendary surveillance operation.
One of the people we talked to for this investigation was retired FBI Special Agent Walt Steffens, who has never spoken publicly about his role in this case. The mafia induction ceremony took place on October 29, 1989 at this home in Medford, Massachusetts. It was owned by the sister of one of the men who was set to be inducted into the crime family that day. 24 hours before the ceremony, FBI agents were watching as the homeowners of 34 Guild Street packed up and left.
That afternoon of Saturday the 28th, they threw a couple of pieces of luggage in the back of their car and they headed north. And one of our surveillance teams followed them up into New Hampshire, and once we confirmed that they were out of town, we assumed for the weekend, we came back and set up on the residence and prepared for the entry that night.
Microphones were placed on the first floor in a finished section of the basement because agents weren't sure where in the house the ceremony would actually take place.
The decision was made to go with a hard wire, and so posing as utility men, some of our agents strung a wire along the telephone poles through the neighborhood.
With the microphones inside the home, FBI technicians strung a wire from 34 Guild Street out to the telephone poles and up the road to 16 Guild Street. But there was a problem. 16 and 34 Guild Street are on the same side and around a slight bend, so agents would have a hard time taking pictures of who was coming and going from 34 Guild Street, which would have made it harder to know exactly who they were listening to. So the FBI took a chance. A group of agents knocked on the door here at a home across the street. The homeowners were leaving for the day and, with no questions asked, let them set up. Before the ceremony began, mob boss Raymond Jr. Patriarca had something to say. You will occasionally hear a television in the background.
We're all here to bring in some new members of our family. And more than that, to start maybe a new beginning with all the past problems behind us. But they're coming into our family to start a new thing with us. Hopefully, it'll be a regret for what we had years past. And
we go in depth on why Junior Patriarca wanted to start what he calls a new beginning in the crime family in our 12 on 12 digital original, The Mafia Tapes, right now on WPRI.com and the WPRI News app. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
Right now on WPRI.com and the WPRI 12 News app, 12 on 12 digital original, The Mafia Tapes.
Today marks the 30th anniversary of a secret recording that forever changed the face of organized crime. FBI agents bugged a New England home and captured a mafia induction ceremony on tape for the first time ever.
Target 12 investigator Tim White joins us now with more on the stunning audio and details on how the recording wound up devastating the mob for decades to come.
The induction ceremony took place on October 29, 1989. 4 men were sworn into the crime family that day, and as we showed you at 5, the FBI had wired up the house with microphones the night before. As members and future members of the Patriarca crime family arrived at 34 Guild Street, the FBI was watching and listening. One of the men who was sworn in that day was Robert Bobby DeLuca of Lincoln, Rhode Island. The image of the Patriarca family's patron saint was burned in his hands.
This solved the problem of proving the existence of the organization.
Walt Steffens was one of the FBI agents who worked the case and was listening in that day. Several mobsters were arrested in the wake of the recordings, but not because anything illegal was said at the ceremony.
But all that's perfectly legal. Go ahead and have as many ceremonies as you want. But for proving the organization, which is essential for the RICO statute and which allows enhanced sentences, enhanced fines, and that sort of thing, you have to be able to prove the organization.
So here you have this ceremony where it was proof. It was finally proof that this is real.
The recordings made national news. This is then Attorney General Richard Thornburgh.
This is the first time that it has been established beyond doubt that this type of secret clandestine organization exists.
Joseph Bonavolanta is the special agent in charge of the Boston office of the FBI.
That code of silence, or that oath of omerta, as we all know through cases that we've taken down through several years, is not nearly followed as it once was. It's in a way kind of been shattered.
Years later, Bobby DeLuca would end up breaking the oath he took that day and becoming a government witness. We explain why in our 12 on 12 digital original, The Mafia Tapes. You can watch it right now on WPRI.com and the WPRI News app. DeLuca is now serving a prison sentence for lying to federal investigators about what he knew of a 1993 gangland slaying. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.